Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Frugal Grocery Haul. I'm Kristen here at Joyfully Thriving, and I'm excited to show you how I shop for our family of 6 on a monthly $475 budget. If you're new here because you just found me because of that $100 stockpiling trip to Walmart, I'm so glad you're here. And I'm excited to show you what a typical week of shopping looks like for me, although it isn't really typical. There's never really a typical week of shopping. It looks very different every week, as those of you who have been around know. Some weeks I am stocking up on basics at Walmart or Aldi. Some weeks I'm just shopping the sales and filling in gaps of whatever is a good deal and stocking up for our family. So I'm excited that you're here to follow along. Mondays, I've been talking a lot about stockpiling, and I will continue to talk more about that, so make sure you've subscribed if you haven't already. But every Thursday then is when I share this week's Frugal Grocery Haul. So after stockpiling and stocking up at Walmart earlier this week, if you haven't caught that video, I'll leave the link in the description. I hit the sales at Kroger. I actually went to Kroger twice this week because by the time I made it, I hit last week's sale. I know last week I had said I didn't think I was going to go, but I decided to go back for the chicken and a couple other things. So I will show you that trip first, and then I'll show you this week's haul because there's a couple good deals that I think are worth grabbing this week as well. And then stay tuned because yes, you can see potatoes behind me, and I know I always get so many questions about how I store potatoes and what I do. So stay tuned to the end and we'll talk more about potatoes and how I'm doing for my total for October. All right, let's get to it. I'll start with, like I said, the haul from earlier this week. It's last week's sales, but you can still see what I grabbed, and then I'll show you this week's. All right, by the time you see this, this will be last week's deals, but I wanted to show you what I grabbed at Kroger this week here, grabbing some of those deals. Apple juice was still $1.99, so I restocked that. We go through about 1 bottle a week. My kids don't drink a lot of juice, just a little for breakfast, but I wanted to restock that for the stockpile. The big bags of chips were $2.99, marked down slightly, plus I have an 80-cent off coupon, so I grabbed 2 of those for lunches. Triscuits were 2 for $5. Not the best deal I've seen, but it's pretty comparable to generic, and we were running low for my daughter Emma's lunches, so I grabbed 2 boxes of those. And then the large blocks of cheddar cheese, the 2 pounds were $5.99, which works out to $1.50 for the 8 ounce, which is still my stock up price. Plus I had $1 off coupon. So it was a good deal. I just grabbed 2 of those though because I do have quite a bit of cheese left in the fridge. I was going to grab chicken while I was there. It was $1.99, but they didn't have much, and what was there just didn't look great.
Mommy?
So I grabbed Tyson for $2.49 instead. Yes, Caleb?
Can you move the laser tight couch?
Yeah, are you going to make a tent?
Yes, and use to take blanket.
Okay, you go get it ready. I'll be right there. Let me finish this, please. So I grabbed the chicken for $2.49, and then a couple deals I hadn't anticipated on but were good deals. The cottage cheese was $2.29. My kid's been asking for that. Sour cream was $2.49, decent price for the 24 ounce. And then the best deal was the yogurt was $1.99, all the Kroger ones. And these were digital coupons that I clipped, expirations more than 6 weeks out, so that really is a great deal on that. So for everything on this counter here, I spent $61.97, and I'm hoping for good new sales to show you after this. I did not grab a lot at Kroger, but there were a couple good deals, and maybe you want to grab them too. Best deal of all, potatoes. 5 pounds of potatoes were $1.99 a bag. Clip the digital coupon, limit 5. In fact, that's all the deals I grabbed this week. I have not seen potatoes as so in a long time, so I'm super excited about that. Like I said, stay tuned. I'll tell you what I'm doing with all of these, but we do love baked potatoes here. We eat potatoes regularly, so I'm excited to really be stocked up again. I also grabbed apple juice. Yes, I know I've bought apple juice already this month, but it was $1.49, which again is the lowest price I've seen in a while. So of course I was going to buy the limit 5 because I know we will use it. We go through about a bottle a week, so this will last us a good time, and I will add it to my stockpile. Just couldn't pass up that price. And then limoncello LaCroix, it's my favorite, and it was on sale for $2.99. I actually do the Panera Sip Club right now. I keep getting discounts, so it's like I think $6.99 a month, and I grab the lime bubbly most days. On the way to school, my husband picks me up a cup, and on the way home, I grab a cup. So I haven't been drinking as much sparkling water from the can, but this is my favorite flavor of all time, so I wanted to stock up on that. and I'll put that on the shelf. And then this is not coming out of our grocery budget, but brisket was on sale for $2.99 a pound. It is normally $5.99 a pound, so this chunk of meat is normally $100. I can't believe that. I actually can't believe that I spent still $50 on this meat, but it's a belated birthday present for my husband. I told him I would buy him a brisket the next time it went on sale, and that's what I did. We have a smoker, and last time he smoked it, it was amazing. It was so good, and we got several meals out of it. Plus, we had company. We reheated it, and it reheated really well after smoking it. Thank you to whoever told me in the comments not to freeze half of it, smoke the whole thing, and then freeze the smoked. You were totally right. Love doing that. So the brisket is not coming out of our grocery budget because that's a belated birthday present. But for the LaCroix, the apple juice, and the potatoes, that was $32.35, which means I spent $94 this week between these two Kroger trips. All right, let's flip around and talk potatoes, shall we? So $94 between the two trips to Kroger wasn't bad. It takes my total to $309 for the month of October out of my monthly $475 budget. So I'm doing okay considering we're more than halfway through the month. I am stockpiling this month and restocking some things, but I am doing a separate budget for that. If you've been around for a while, you know that's very unusual because I typically do restock and build our stockpile out of what I am finding. I mean, that's obvious looking at these trips. You don't normally just go and buy 5 bottles of apple juice or 25 pounds of potatoes, but I do because it's a good deal. It's going to save my family money down the road. So if it's on sale and I know we can use it before it expires or goes bad, then I am definitely going to stock up. All right, but potatoes, I know I get a lot of questions, and it's coming to fall, and you will see sales around Thanksgiving, so this is a good time to talk about it. I did this last year for this first time, and it worked really well. Now, I should say, again, I live up north in Indiana. I do have a dark basement. It is cooler at night, but I think this can work. So the first thing you need to do is just spread out all your potatoes, get them out of the plastic bags. That is the biggest reason I have discovered anytime I leave potatoes in those plastic bags longer than a week, they start going bad. So get them out of the plastic bags. I spread them all out on the counter, let them air dry, flip them over, make sure they're completely dry. Because you know in the bags, they've been stacked, they just get moisture from being in the store and stacked up. So completely dry your potatoes, and then just get a cardboard box. Honestly, it's this simple. Take a cardboard box, put a layer in. I put a layer of newsprint just to keep it separate. You don't even have to do that. You can just throw them in a box and put them in a cool, dark place. I have found the layer of newsprint just, if you have a potato that does sneak by and starts softening up, it doesn't impact the others if you have that newspaper in between. Or I've used a bushel basket. And then just tuck it into a dark place away from everything. And your potatoes will definitely last a couple months. Now, that said, by the end they might start softening up a little bit, but I might not serve them for baked potatoes at that point. I can easily dice them up and fry them up in the skillet or do potato wedges or lots of things. So this has really worked for my family. My girls absolutely love baked potatoes. It's their favorite meal. In fact, like when we go to restaurants now, sometimes they just order a baked potato on the side. Like they love it. Butter, cheese, sour cream, that's all they need, and they are very happy. So we will eat baked potatoes at least once a week. And this just means we're finally stocked up for a little bit. It's middle of October. I'm guessing we'll see more sales in November, and then I will probably add some more to our stash because, again, I know I can get them to last for several months. But regardless of where you were, if you feel like you don't have a dark, cool place or whatever, my biggest tip will be get them out of those bags. Just make sure they're totally dry, and I think you will find that they last a whole lot longer that way. All right, so that's this week's haul. Those are my potato tips for you. I hope that was helpful. As always, the point of these videos really is to encourage and help you find some good deals and maybe think outside the box. I know you don't have the same stores that I do. Your budget is different than mine, but really, I just want to encourage you to do what you can to save your family money. I know it feels harder some days and some weeks and some months as we're watching prices creep up, but I'm here in that same journey with you. Just consider me kind of the girl next door who wants to help you save money on groceries too. Thanks for joining me so much. I'll be back on Monday with another stockpiling video, and then next Thursday I'll have another frugal grocery haul for you. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.